As we begin this chapter on alcohols, it's important to be able to discuss alcohols and understand some of the basic nomenclature aspects and classifications. So if you want to classify an alcohol, you do that by looking at the carbon that the alcohol is bonded to and determining how many carbon groups are attached. So in this first example, the OH is bonded to the carbon that I've highlighted, and to this carbon there's one carbon attached. Because of that, this is a primary alcohol. In the second example, if we look at the carbon that the alcohol is bonded to, this one is attached to two carbons, here and here, so this would be a secondary alcohol. Now there's a few other specialized cases when you don't necessarily have just regular primary, secondary, or tertiary substitution. The first is when you have something like an alcohol attached to a double bond. When you have this type of situation, this is a vinyl group. So this would be considered a vinyl alcohol. This one also has another name. This is called an enol. And you may remember enols from Organic 1, as these were an intermediate in a reaction that we discussed. Going down to the next example, this one right here, it may on first glance just appear to be a primary alcohol, but it's not that simple. If you look at this, there's a double bond attached. So it's not directly attached, but you have the alcohol separated by a carbon and a double bond. This is considered allylic. And you can further classify this if you want as a primary allylic alcohol. And then finally, this last example is kind of similar to the allylic in that you have the OH on a carbon, and with that carbon there is a double bond next to it. But because it's not just a regular double bond, but it's a benzene ring, this is considered a benzylic alcohol.